Welcome back to another Stalker Anomaly video. I am Brute. Also, quickly before getting into the rest of the video, I just want to say thank you for all the recent support on the last Stalker video. It means a lot. I appreciate it. Alright, back to the video. And we are continuing on the trail of the legendary Stalker known as Sturlock. I would recommend that if you haven't seen my first video, you go and do that. But for those who have, or you just don't care and want to see this anyway, at the last time that we left off, we were just leaving one of Sturlock's most frequent hideouts. We got a hold of a few files and some information so that we can be able to track him down. And right now, we need to head to the 100 Rads bar in Rostock. This is where the files say we might be able to find him or someone who knows where he is. Rostock is a city that is held down by duty. In the last video, we described how duty is pretty much just a branch of the military, and they are held up here, along with ecologists and loners who pass through, like myself. Now that we're at the 100 Rads bar, we're gonna have to talk to some people and figure out where we could find Sturlock, because he's not here, and the bartender can help us. After talking to the bartender, we have found out that Sturlock was there just a few days ago, so we're hot on his trail, and he has some friends. Two other stalkers that are just as experienced as he is, a tough bunch. The bartender states they're heading past the barrier. Heading past the barrier into places like the Dead City, or specifically Radar, are the most dangerous places in the zone. They actually make army warehouses look pleasant. These places hold some of the most dangerous mutants and a lot of monolith. The bartender also states that the barrier is extremely dangerous for those who do not have psi protection. Now, you need psi protection considering the fact that being attacked or undergoing any sort of psych anomaly or mutant is extremely dangerous to your mental health. Unlike a lot of the anomalies or threats you face that deal physical damage, these deal mental. They can do a variety of things, such as making you hallucinate, causing stalkers to commit unalive, depending on the type of mutants they run into. There are psi storms that can obliterate you instantly if you get hit by any lightning emitting from them. And there are stalkers that just turn into zombified versions of themselves. These are the zombies I was facing earlier in the last video that were holding guns. They were being controlled by psych anomaly. They weren't actually zombies, just zombified. That is the difference between an actual zombie and a mind-controlled stalker. That's how bad it can be without protection. So we're not gonna get very far without it. This bartender also states that there is a gatekeeper that could possibly help us, or at least give us a little bit of information on what's going on at the barrier and behind it. But before we could talk to the gatekeep or go past the barrier, we are going to need some psych protection. Remember the ecologist in the first video? Well, now they're coming in handy. They have a small lab set up in Yantar. Considering they're the only ones that understand the zone better than anybody else, they specialize in making special medicines and armor to combat these different anomalies. This is our best chance at completing the mission and finding Sturlock. Heading there, we're gonna talk to the doc. He's a friendly individual, as most ecologists are, as long as you're not trying to kill them, and he gives us a bit of information. He states that the best way to deal with getting through the barrier and being able to follow the legendary stalker, Sturlock, we're going to need to shut down the brain scorcher. But we're going to have to wait a few days for this special psi helmet, and we're going to have to give up some money. We would have thought that living in a post-apocalyptic exclusion zone would be so expensive. We're going to need to cough up $17K and wait a few days for this helmet to be done. So while we're waiting, we might as well go people hunting. Like the new rifle? As you can see, hunting people down like bandits or mercenaries or even military can offer some pretty solid rewards. I was able to pick up an SV-98 off of a mercenary that was guarding a package that I needed to give to Sid. I was able to take him out, and with the money I gained from the package that I delivered to Sid, I was able to take this SV-98 to a technician, which is a special type of vendor that repairs your armor, gas mask, and weapons, as well as knives and utilities. You can go there just to sell them tools and to do different odd jobs for them as well. Was able to repair this rifle, and now this is my new primary going forward. Now that the helmet is finally done, it's time to head to the barrier and talk to this gatekeep. On my way there, I ran into a special anomaly. This is an apparition. It is, for the most part, just a clear ball of energy that flies around, and if it knows that you're in its vicinity, it will start picking up barrels and other objects that aren't nailed down or extremely heavy and start chucking them at your head. They are killable, as you can see here. Now that it's taken care of, let's keep moving forward to the gatekeep. He again confirms the information that the bartender gave, and that he saw Sturlock and a couple of stalkers pass through the barrier not too long ago. So we're still heading in the right direction. Unfortunately, in the middle of our nice civil conversation, some monolith decided to join in. This isn't the last we'll see of them, considering we have to go into their territory to follow Sturlock and also get rid of the Brain Scorcher. We'll have to fight through all of them. That's not even describing shutting it down. But if we want to keep following this trail and keep making money so that we can survive longer, we don't really have much of a choice. We're just gonna have to fight them all. Many more are there. Come around that corner, I dare you. Zombified duty. The monolith checkpoint. Okay, well, these binoculars are durable, I see. I barely could hit that guy from there. Alright, I missed. Didn't miss him though. I made a mistake. I got him that time though. Yeah. Get dropped like a sack of taters, bud. Now that we've dealt with the first wave of monolith, we're gonna have to head up to the bunker. This will be where the majority of the monolith are holding up, because right below the bunker is Lab X19. This is where the Brain Scorcher is. If we infiltrate this lab and shut down the machine, the Brain Scorcher will be deactivated and we can move further north. which is where Sturlock is. If we want to continue to track Sturlock and get to him, we have to be able to go further north, and with this machine activated, we can't. We will die from the psychic emission. Also, before moving through Lab X19, a few things need to be noted. This is why we have the special helmet the Doc built. You see, without this helmet, we would have died immediately trying to even get near the entrance of this place. Even though the helmet is extremely useful, the amount of emission going on inside this lab is so powerful that we only have a certain amount of time before the helmet is no longer useful and we die on the spot. We have about 6 minutes to find the kill switch to the brain scorcher. If we don't get there within that 6-minute window, we will die immediately. So not only are we dealing with a bunch of monolith that are sitting right on top of the lab that we have to fight through to get to the entrance, but getting into the lab, there are more dangers. Though the helmet protects us from the first major one, there are still mutants hiding out inside here. These mutants are known as bloodsuckers. You've seen them already a few times in the first video. Oh! You son of a bitch, come back here, bud. They can be found all over the place, and they are extremely dangerous. Their hit and run tactics are extremely effective considering they can cloak. We will fight more here in this lab. Unfortunately, this bolt action rifle won't be useful inside here considering they will be up close and personal. So my sidearm, which you've already seen, a Walther P99, is useful for clearing rooms at close quarters considering it has a 16-round magazine. But we don't have much time, so we're gonna get moving. On these stairs. Well, that hurt a lot. We're finally here. Shut it down, bud. Now that we've shut down the brain scorcher, we can head further north to a contact of the gatekeep called the Beard up in Zayton. He should hopefully have more information on Sturlock, considering that was the last location he was heading towards. But that's going to have to wait for another video. If you've been enjoying the Stalker content and want to support the channel further, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share with a friend that may enjoy. It's free, it's easy, and it's the best way to help the channel. Also, if you have any ideas for other Stalker mods I should check out after we finish the Sturlock playthrough, let me know in the comments below. Or if you don't have anything, what's your favorite faction in Stalker Anomaly? As always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.